Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad to take a look at your end of the week and into your upcoming weekend, and then a sneak preview on into next week to see what's really kind of going on here in the middle of September. And overall, it's looking pretty nice. Here we are on Wednesday, still kind of cool across the Midwest, but overall it's really nice. Low temperatures in the 40s right here in the Ohio Valley. Certainly colder up to the north, a little warmer certainly down to the south, but it's been pretty dry. We do need some rain, but it doesn't look like we're in the market for some rain for a little bit of time. Now by Thursday, what you're going to start noticing now is notice these warmer colors starting to work their way in. But also keep in mind our normal high temperatures are now starting to drop. So even though it's showing above normal, that's not too bad for this time of year. Lower 80s for the most part, humidity level still pretty, very comfortable. A little chilly up towards the north, up into the Great Lakes region. By Friday, that heat continues to build towards the east as well as towards the north. But once again, the humidity levels are pretty nice, so it's going to be pretty nice out there again as well, especially here on Saturday. A little bit of shower activity right around the Chicagoland area, but for the most part, temperatures are pretty hot right there in the central U.S., so any college football games is going to be a little bit uncomfortable there for you. The rest of us not going to be too bad, though. Once again, temperatures about a little bit above normal, being the lower 80s, I think, for the most part right here in the Ohio Valley, with the exception of some cloud cover and a few showers right around Chicago. Fairly cool off towards the west. By Sunday, the heat continues to build towards the east, and once again, we're looking at temperatures in the lower 80s. We're also now, by the end of the weekend, going to start seeing a little bit more increase in the humidity levels as well. Now, by next Wednesday, the heat is really in place, so it's going to be a little bit more uncomfortable, I think, by this time next week. As far as precipitation is concerned, there's really not much going on here. Here we go on Wednesday. Dry for us right here in the Midwest. A little bit of shower activity out towards the west, but the Gulf Coast, Florida, that's where the activity is going to be hanging. Also on Thursday, take a look at Florida. Still pretty dry right here in the Midwest. And by Friday, that little bit of energy that we saw, some cooler temperatures right around Chicago, northern Indiana, northern Illinois area, starts taking shape there into the Great Lakes region. Again, very uncomfortable, very wet down towards the south. Here by Saturday, you see some showers again. This is going to be on, football Saturday for a lot of college games around the area. But overall, not much activity. This area will be weakening, I think, too, as you head towards the southeast. Again, the activity is down into the Gulf of Mexico. And then by Sunday, a couple of little sprinkles around, but again, we need more rain here in the Midwest. We are really starting to dry out quite a bit. Again, more activity down towards the south. And then by next Wednesday, this is where it gets interesting. Not necessarily for us here in the Midwest, but down towards the Gulf, where we're looking at possibly something developing. In fact, let me take you there here. This is the GFS model for next Wednesday. It'll be a week from tomorrow. And over the last several days, it's been really trying to develop something. The European model, the two models that I really kind of keep an eye on, isn't really showing any real development. But this is the GFS model, shows an area of disturbed weather down into the northern Caribbean. You can kind of see it there, and it wants to take it up into this direction, up into the panhandle of Florida. But over the last couple of days, it's starting to weaken the system somewhat, so it's still a long ways away. We kind of have to keep an eye on it, but nevertheless, the tropics still remain fairly quiet for this time of year. But the bottom line is temperatures are on their way up, humidity level is still comfortable. Enjoy the next several days, including your upcoming weekend. I'm George, the Weather Dad.